What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Juice Wayne, and this is Batman News Weekly, which I have not done in like 2 months, but this past weekend was Batman's 80th birthday, so you know there is a plethora of Batman news that we're going to get to, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Starting off with Batman is going into the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the freaking San Diego Comic-Con Hall of Fame. If you've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, it is one of the best freaking conventions you can go to. I am going for the 4th or 5th year in a row now this coming year, and it's going to be really amazing, so I will be at this event. But it has been announced that Comic-Con is starting their own museum, and the first person to be inducted to that Hall of Fame is going to be the Caped Crusader himself, Batman. You think Batman has nose congestion? Because I do. Now, many people were saying happy birthday to the Batman this past weekend, but none other than the man that will be directing his next feature film, Matt Reeves, chimed in and said, "Happy birthday, Batman," with this photo of the old school Detective Comics cover art from Detective 27, which is the first debut of the Batman. But most importantly, some people are pointing out the thing that's in the background of this photo, which looks to be as a possible script for the next Batman movie. So obviously this thing is super blurred out, but you can somewhat make up a bat symbol out of that, and there's no telling. This could just totally be something Matt Reeves is doing on purpose. But it would be kind of cool if he did just throw out this little tease of like, hey, this might be what my Bat logo looks like. And it does look like an older school Batman logo. Totally cool with, because, you know, we've seen a bunch of different varieties. Every director comes in and does make a new Bat logo. So I think this will probably look really awesome on a suit anyways. But again, this could be totally nothing. Some people are just pointing it out and they're like, oh my god, is that a script? It would be cool if it is. I highly doubt it. But I am hoping that we do get some version of a Bat logo or a Bat poster or something from Matt Reeves in the future. There is going to be CinemaCon coming up in the next couple of weeks, which is a place where you get a lot of trailers and stuff for upcoming movies that will be happening within the next year. So a lot of people are speculating that we might get a logo or something for the Batman at CinemaCon, but there's no guarantee of that, of course. If it is brought up, I will definitely cover it here on this channel. Moving over to comics, but still talking about logos, this past Wednesday we got the issue of Batman 1000, and if you guys didn't go pick up one at your local comic shop, I highly suggest you go get one. There are some great stories in here, some heartfelt ones, some futuristic ones, just interesting stories about the Batman. You should definitely check it out. But what is going to happen with the next issue in 1001, they are introducing the Arkham Knight. If you played the final game in the trilogy, you know that there was this character known as the Arkham Knight that was terrorizing Batman. Well, they are finally bringing that character into the world of the comic continuity, and this is a pretty big deal. And if you played the game, you know that it was Jason Todd in that storyline. It is not going to be Jason Todd in this one, so it's going to be very interesting to see who is the man behind the mask in Detective 1001. But not only are you getting the Arkham Knight in that issue, you are also getting a brand new Detective Comics logo. A lot of people were making a big deal about this because characters usually don't change their logos too much. I mean, Batman has had the same Batman logo for the last few years. Detective Comics has always just been some very different types of font. So it's interesting to see that Detective Comics is getting a new facelift with this new logo. And I gotta say, I'm kind of digging it. I kind of want to see what it looks like in different variations and color schemes. But hey, I'd wear it on a shirt. Give it to me, I'd buy it right now. In case you're curious to see what Batman is going to be up to in the future, we do know that he is going to be part of a big DC Comics event called Leviathan that is going to be written by Brian Michael Bendis. Here's a quote about Bendis' upcoming event. "Someone has taken out all of the secret organizations in the DC Universe and has built something very dangerous in its place. The major detectives of DC Universe, including Batman, Green Arrow, Plastic Man, Lois Lane, Manhunter, and The Question, are coming together to solve this big mystery. It's huge, it's scary, and guest stars everyone in the DC Universe, but Batman fans are going to be beside themselves when they see who shows up. Batgirl, Robin and the Red Hood. I don't know why I talk like that, I just do. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have read some of Bendis' stuff for Batman and I wasn't a big fan, but in that Detective Comics issue 1000 that just came out, he wrote a pretty good story. So now I'm kind of excited to see what he's gonna do with this event. His Superman's been okay, hasn't been the greatest thing I've read, but I am interested to see where he is going to go with this mystery, because I've read some of his previous work at Marvel, thought that was pretty awesome, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I am excited to see what this big mystery is going to be involving the world's greatest detective. Moving on to what is probably the most anticipated Batman comic book coming up, and that is Batman Last Night on Earth. Now, the reason why this is so interesting for a lot of people, it's because it's bringing back the old team of Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder, who brought you the amazing Batman run from New 52 with the Court of Owls, Joker Endgame, just every awesome story that they did together. They are back to have this black label comic that is going to be, you know, known as like an Elseworld story. It is what the DC black label thing is, but it is still going to be an awesome story by these guys. And there's not really much said about this comic book yet, but they did release some art over the weekend. And I have to say, if you've ever seen Greg Capullo's artwork in his Batman, it's just so unique and so awesome, and then it's tied together with Scott Snyder's writing. It's some of the best Batman you'll read, so definitely pick up anything by these guys. So I'm excited, but in this particular story, there's so much different art, and it's just, you see right here in these images, Batman is freaking has Joker's head in like a Chinese lantern. This is insane. And to be honest, insane might be the best word to describe that, because it is possible that this storyline has a Batman, or I should say a Bruce Wayne, that is going crazy. So these visions or these images of Batman holding Joker's head could all be in his mind. I mean, look at that. He's in a padded cell. He has a dinosaur and a penny, which are two of his big memorable things that he holds in the Batcave. Could Bruce Wayne actually be crazy? What if Batman was all made up in his mind? I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here, but all I know is that I cannot wait to read this story from the great team of Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. Moving on over to the Batman TV big screen world, we're going to start off with some animation news, because it looks like they have released the first image from Batman Hush, which is my favorite Batman story of all time. I'm so glad that it's actually getting a movie, an animated version, because it's such a great story. And this is the first image from Batman Hush. I don't know about you guys, but I will always watch Batman animated movies, but I will have to say that some of you might be disappointed because the great team of Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy are not going to be a part of the Batman Hush movie, which kind of sucks. They are the most iconic voices for Batman and Joker. They are not going to be a part of this movie. The person that will be voicing Batman in this movie is Jason O'Mar. He's done a few stuff in the past, but yeah, if you were expecting to see Kevin Conroy, I have to say, unfortunately, you will not be getting him in Batman Hush. Quickly, to all my Gotham fans out there, I'm pretty sure you've all seen this already, but Gotham has dropped a poster for the Bat Cow that will be in the final episode of the series that is dropping on April 25th. This is The Dark Knight is Upon Us, Gotham, with a silhouette of the freaking Bat Cow. Of course, right here is the front version of it. This was leaked a long time ago. So yeah, the Bat looks pretty cool. The front doesn't look so much. But again, I do think they are going to film this whole suit in the shadows, so you're never really going to see it up close. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to all the Gotham fans out there. If you haven't seen this poster yet, this is on the internet. This is an official poster of the Bat Cow that we will be seeing in the finale of the show. Now, moving on to another show that I did not think I was going to be interested in, but has caught my attention, and that is Pennyworth. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, Pennyworth, the show about Alfred, Bruce Wayne's butler, has finally dropped a little tease trailer, and I have to say, it looks kind of interesting. I've heard some people are like, nah, this is not for me, which is totally fine. But this does look like it's going to be a spy kind of thriller thing. And I don't know how accurate they're going to be to the comics. I mean, Alfred doesn't have like a whole million years of being a badass or has all these crazy stories. He does have some really cool stories and he has a cool origin. But I feel like this show might have a lot of time to just develop and do some really interesting stuff. But the cool thing about this, it just feels like an actual show. Like, I don't know if some people, when I watch Gotham, I feel like it's just kind of goofy and weird. But this show looks like something that's shot cinematically. It looks dope. I mean, just from what I've seen, I'm interested in it. I don't think I'm going to be covering it because I kind of don't want to cover shows anymore. But I will definitely watch the pilot of Pennyworth. And if it's interesting to keep watching, I'll keep watching. We got some movie news, people, and this is about Suicide Squad. You know, that reboot or soft reboot or whatever they want to call it, Basically, it's a soft reboot at this time. They're basically going to kind of forget the first film, but they're still going to use some of the same characters like Harley Quinn and Viola Davis apparently. But now we've got confirmation that Jai Courtney will be back as Captain Boomerang, and this really makes me kind of happy. I did really enjoy Jai Courtney's character in the movie. I didn't think Suicide Squad was a good movie at all, but I did think that some of the characters in the movie were pretty awesome. They just needed more screen time. They just needed better things to happen. So it does look like we're going to be getting him back along with somebody like Viola Davis. That has not been confirmed, but it has been said that they are going to bring back Amanda Waller. And then, of course, Harley Quinn is slated to be in this movie. They're supposed to recast Will Smith, so Deadshot will be back with possibly Idris Elba taking over, which would be interesting. And then there are rumors of other characters like King Shark, Polka Dot Man, characters like that in this movie that is going to be directed by James Gunn. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited. I'm interested to see where this is gonna go. But yeah, cool thing, Jai Courtney coming back. So this is technically a soft reboot now. They'll just ignore the first movie, but kind of bring in some of the characters. And the last thing we have here on Batman News Weekly is the Joker going to be in Birds of Prey? New photos have hit the internet of the Birds of Prey filming right now, and it looks like we have a Joker throwing out a Harley Quinn from what seems to be a kind of a cool little house. But yeah, so you see from these images right here, we have a very Jared Leto-esque character that is having his face covered up. So obviously this isn't Jared Leto. If you guys don't know right now, he's actually filming a Spider-Man movie called Morbius over in London. So this is definitely not him. Do not freak out and be like, oh my god, Jared Leto's back, oh my god. No, that is totally not him. It is a stunt double person that is there, and that is why they are covering his face. But Harley is being kicked out of this house from the Joker. We don't know what the reason is. We do know that this movie is supposed to be a post-breakup story, why they're not together anymore. And we're going to see Harley go through this breakup and become the new character that is Harley Quinn throughout the movie. But these photos have led a lot of people to think that Jared Leto is coming back as the Joker. And you might be happy about that, you might not be happy about that. Personally, I think that Jared Leto could be an amazing Joker, but they need to dial him back. I think David Ayer let him do a little too much in Suicide Squad. The whole growling like a lion and just being like real weird and stuff was a little too much for me. I think if they dial him back and be like, yo, be a little bit more like the animated series, but not too crazy. Like, I don't know. I think you can really make him a really good character because Jared Leto is a freaking Oscar award-winning actor. And I think they just let him go a little too method in that first movie. So I think dial him back, bring in a Reeves or bring in somebody else to have him just be a little bit different with the Joker, and I think you can just reinvent him. And the cool thing about the Joker character is you can literally reinvent him because he does it all the time. He talks about how he changes his personality, or he's just, oh, I want to do this. You can do anything with the Joker and still make him the Joker. It's awesome. But I will say that there is no guarantee that Leto is coming back for this movie or any other movies. People were pointing out that he posted a clown face on his Snapchat. I could not confirm this because I don't have Snapchat. Apparently he did post a memory from 2 years ago that was a clown face, and it was the same day that these photos got released. So that could mean something, or it could totally be nothing and he's just kind of messing around. A lot of people are saying that you could film these scenes right here where Harley's getting kicked out, not show this guy's face, and then probably bring in Leto later for reshoots and film those and make them a little bit more interesting because he is currently filming a movie right now. That is a possibility, but there won't be any guarantees until we actually see the man in the makeup himself. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Joker possibly coming back to the Birds of Prey or the DC Universe. Maybe as Jared Leto, maybe not. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I do want to know what your thoughts are on that and anything else we covered here in Batman News Weekly, because as always, Batman is awesome. Anyways, guys and gals, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any Bat-tastic content that has been on this channel, like my last video where I talked about Zack Snyder not understanding Batman. FYI, you should definitely check out that video. Don't get triggered by the title. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for your host, Juice Wayne. I hope you have a Bat-tastic day, and remember, as I just said earlier, Batman is awesome. See you guys next time. Bye! Yes! A new Intercontinental Champion, baby! We finally got to get here! Oh my god! Bro! Try this down. Get out of here! Oh! Woo! We did it, bitches! We fucking did